Hello everybody, Mr. Flashy here, and today I'm bringing some Retro Cup gameplay from Pokemon Go, running a Duat, Jellicent, and FURRET team. This team is really fun to use. I kind of created it myself. It's not really any popular Pokemon, but anyways, our first match here against a Marowak, and we are able to farm off our Aquatail before he throws a Bone Club. So we threaten a shield and we swap instantly to go into the FURRET, and our opponent switches into Hitmonchan to counter our normal type, but that is okay with me because now that he switched, I can drop his defense stat and kind of just finish out this Pokemon without having to worry about it. And honestly, I could have maybe shielded here to threaten his last shield, but you know, I felt like FURRET had done enough, and with our two waters in the back, I felt like we were sitting pretty strong against a Marowak and a Jellicent, and Jellicent is going to come in here and take this hit. If I Duat it would have done a little bit more significant damage since Duat isn't as bulky, so Jellicent can just tank that and a Golbat comes in. So glad we didn't switch into our Duat. So Jellicent's going to go ahead and throw a Shadow Ball, do a ton of damage into the shiny Golbat, and I don't want to take too much damage and I have to shield eventually. So we do shield and air cutter. I could have maybe let it go. That's kind of a bait shield, but you know, it is what it is. We're going to throw a Surf to threaten a shield or a knockout, and we do get the knockout. So now it's just Hitmonchan and Marowak. Marowak comes back in. I throw the Surf, threatening a shield or a knockout once again, and our opponent goes ahead and shields. I'm just going to go ahead and just let this one go. There's no way that, you know, Jellicent can do too much more. I'm pretty much low on energy. I switch out, not giving up too much more energy to our opponent. We do survive another Bone Club, so I do let it go. Now, is this a bad thing? Because will our opponent get to, you know, like how low our HP is? Like, will he even get to another charge move, or can he just farm us down with a fast move? I have no idea. So we use the Aquatail there, and we're super close to another one, and we get it off. Our opponent was one more fast move away from essentially beating us, but we get the Aquatail off, and we win game 1 versus our opponent. Game 2, we have Duat versus an Oranguru. So this is why I love starting with Duat. These psychic types are going to be very annoying to deal with, and especially if I'm going to have to switch into Duat, so I figured, why not just start with them? Since he's not as bulky, not the best switch option, so honestly running Duat as a start, not a bad shout. And we're going to go ahead and shield up a Trailblaze. Oranguru usually runs Brutal Swing and Trailblaze, so not shielding that would have knocked us out, and we're going to throw the Fury Cutter first, or X-Scissor for some reason, even though we could have done the Aquatail to save a little bit more energy. Kind of a mistake on my end, but we're just going to let it go. Brutal Swing's going to knock us out. You did more than enough. There's no way our opponent's running 2 Psychic types, right? Like, who's running ABA Psychic? I mean, you could. That could be my next video. But anyways, Furrier's coming in throwing Trailblaze versus the Kingdra. They go ahead and shield. Now they're out of shields. FURRET, I feel like, had done enough. I could have maybe thrown a Brick Break just to lower the defense stat, but that's okay, seeing that now too. Our opponent switches into a Licky, and we can go ahead and lower their defense on top of throwing a super effective move that does a decent amount of damage. And I'm thinking here, do I need to shield? I think I do, because FURRET's going to do so much damage here. I'm going to try to get as much energy as I can, thinking he's going to throw a Body Slam, but he doesn't. And I switch into Jellicent, and the Shadow Ball is going to come in, do a respectable amount of damage to our Jellicent, essentially getting 2-shotted, but we get the move off before Licky gets to another move, and this Surf should knock it out. And we do still have a move on our FURRET in the back, just in case we don't get the move off with our Jellicent, and we don't. I accidentally threw one more than I needed to. I was trying to get to the Shadow Ball, but I didn't make it. But now FURRET's going to come in, and I throw a Brick Break instead of a Trailblaze. So this game has been a blunder so far, but we're trying to make it work. The defense drops. I'm super low, and we knock it out with our fast move versus the Kingdra. Game 3 now. We are now facing a Girafarig, another Psychic type. Beautiful for our Duat. Just like another matchup with the Oranguru, but now it's just Girafarig. We're just going to throw an X-Scissor off, threatening a shield or a lot of damage, and they go ahead and shield. I'm thinking about doing the same. I feel like I could win this matchup in the ones, so I go ahead and shield a Psychic Fangs, and our opponent switches out. That was a mistake on my end. FURRETS gonna come in, face the low putty. Low putty is gonna do a lot of damage versus us with this triple axle that's about to come in. Even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, their attack fast move pressure does so much. So we're gonna go ahead and throw a brick break, hopefully getting a shield. We don't, but we do a lot of damage, which is gonna be beneficial since they are stuck in the switch clock. And we're just gonna let Fur go and try to farm it down with one of our Pokemon, either Duat or Jellicent. I'm trying to think, has a little bit less than 25%. Who can I finish this off with? I'm gonna go ahead and just do Jellicent and take a move like I did last game. So switching into Duat, more squishy, would have to use a shield. So switching in Jellicent here and taking a fire punch is super big. And they actually get a catch on my Surf. That was really well played by them, by a water type. So we essentially do not effective damage, super resistant, but now we get a Shadow Ball off into this fish Pokemon. I don't know how bulky or strong this Pokemon really is. I really never see it, but for some reason there, our opponent had like a lag or something. They didn't throw moves on 1 or 2 of my turns, so I just get a free Surf off, and now our opponent is kind of stuck on what to do. I see how low their HP is. I'm thinking about shielding, but I don't because it's a water type. They use Psychic. It does absolutely nothing. They switch into Girafarig, which has a move, but I'm thinking here, Jellicent, you've done more than enough. I've already blundered, and it's a Psychic. Psychic Fangs isn't going to do enough on our new PvP Jellicent, and we go ahead and get their Surf off to get a shield. And now Duat can just go ahead and finish off this backline. And once again, I throw an X-Scissor instead of an Aqua Tail to finish off the Psychic type. I'm seeing a pattern in these back-to-back games. Now the low putty comes back in. I can just go ahead and farm down. I don't have to worry about that. Now this Alolama is now knocked out as well with 1 shield and a ton of energy for game 3 win. Now game 4 is against the Go-Goats. Now we are running ABA water, and this is not good for us whatsoever. But thankfully, bug type is also good into grass types. So we can go ahead and throw up a shield against a brick break. I was expecting some type of grass move, so that's really bad on our end. And then now he throws in the Galvantula. So honestly, brick break with Galvantula is pretty insane. We're essentially going to get 3-shot by this Galvantula since we throw back to back here. And he's gotten 2 moves off. All he has to do is just throw 1 more Volt Switch, and yeah, we're done. So I'm thinking here, what do? I'm ABA Water. I can't really go Jellicent. He's just going to do a lot of damage with his fast move. Energy Ball comes in. I'm glad he didn't switch. Jellicent FURRET can also tank charge moves as well. Go-Goat comes back in. I go ahead and throw a brick break. Since knowing our Trailblaze is going to do too much, we get a shield on the brick break. So brick break, shield for brick break, shield. Not a bad shout. Now I know I have Jellicent in the back. I want to see if he throws. Nope, there's another brick break. Seeing if he has potentially a water move in there. It's been back-to-back brick breaks. I'm trying to get some farm damage, some fast move farm down damage. A C-Bomb comes in. Not going to do too much. We just get a shield, and we're going to throw the Surf instead of the Shadow Ball. Save a little bit of energy, and hopefully reaching a Shadow Ball on the next Pokemon, if need be. And it is a Palmat, so, and a Shadow. So throwing the Shadow Ball here, hopefully should knock out. I was debating on throwing the Surf, but the Shadow Ball here does enough justice. It knocks out freaking 90% of the Palmat's health for game 4. And the last game here into Altaria, the first dragon we've seen basically all set. Kind of have to go with FURRET here and just do fast move pressure with the Whip Break to lower their defense stat. So let's see if they stay in. They don't. They switch into Superior, which is great. So now we can just throw the Big Break, lower our defense, lower our opponent's defense, my apology, and just stay in. And see how they're not doing much damage here? I'm thinking about shielding. I do, because I could get to another charge move threatening a shield or a potential knockout. So we go ahead, throw one there, and we throw a Brick Break to hopefully do some more damage. Even if they do shield, we're just going to lower their defense stat regardless. So we're just going to go ahead and try to get a farm down, but we get a catch. Because we had so much energy on the FURRET, I kind of wanted to save the energy, and we just catch an aerial ace, which is awesome. But now Lantern comes in. They have switch advantage. Electric versus water type. We've seen it before. We can make it happen. But X-Scissor is not going to do too much damage, but it's going to do just enough. But look at this. We get another X-Scissor off here. And our opponent still has 2 shields. What is he going to shield? He doesn't shield this one because he knows it's not going to do a lot of damage. But look at these. Look at these. Duat gets to an Aqua Tail before knockout, threatening a shield or a knockout. We get a shield. Because they have so much energy, I can go ahead and go and FURRET, thinking they were going to throw a move. So now Jellicent's gonna have to clutch up here, and with the defensive drop, should do a lot of damage. I shouldn't worry about too much charge move pressure here because it should just be flamethrower and sky attack. So sky attack comes in, we save a shield. Altaria staying in. I could have thrown a little bit more maybe. I didn't really know Altaria's count, so I was a little worried. But Altaria goes down. We still have a shield. We're about halfway to surf. Lantern comes in. They throw instantly. And I most likely have to shield here, thinking it's some kind of thunder move or electric move. Yeah, there's thunder. And Superior comes in, 1 HP. He doesn't know my move count. I don't know his move count, but I threw this Shadow Ball thinking I won for some reason. But I remember he had a shield, so I was like, oh, let me just switch into Furret and get the knockout. Just thinking, just in case he had energy. So yeah, that's how I won my 5-0 set. Kind of against all odds. A random team that I kind of created on the fly. I hope you guys did enjoy. You will be seeing a new video very soon. I will try to be more consistent. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Peace.